Reserve time. Reserve time. Reserve time.
Abaddon, obviously, if you have that hero, isn't really the best. You don't really have the best chasing heroes and stuff, but they have no lockdown, and now they pick a Timbersaw too. So they literally have Dazzle Poison and Pull.
Yeah. They do at least have some counter push now. That they do have.
And they got some pretty ridiculous bursts and stuff, of course, just because of Timbersaw alone, but that Timbersaw hopefully can be pretty manly. I just don't really see how they're gonna go too well off this game if they don't get a huge lead in the beginning, because if this just keeps going later on and later on, this game looks like it'll be Empires.
The other thing that I'm wondering for PowerRangers is why Abaddon over Tree? I mean, Abaddon is better against like a lot of crowd control with the purging all the stuns off, but they only have the lift
to something.
Shrek stun. So yeah, maybe PowerRangers know something we don't, but I am a bit worried about them if they don't convincingly win these lanes. If they do, they have a decent shot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, okay, then we have a... Whoa, that's a core Rasta.
Solo mid shaman. Oh, resolution shadow. It is.
And I'm really impressed with the way... No, like, of course Empire's been doing extremely well, but resolution for the most part, I think this guy's been playing like a monster.
Oh yeah. He's been a total beast. I saw, and he's played like... sometimes they put him off lane, they put him solo mid. He's a very versatile player too.
Yeah, for sure.
Scary, and I think one of the younger players, up-and-coming players in CIS, so we should see more of him in the future. But, well, that being said, Empire. Running out with the Shadow Shaman, I mean, we know what they want to do. Edict, wards, wolves, kill towers, get gold, win games. Rangers, more focused on the hero kills, but we'll have to see if they can hold on to their base. It is defense of the Ancients, not the heroes, after all.
Yeah, I don't know. This Empire lineup looks really, really solid, and it just looks like I mean, they're probably gonna get this top tower relatively early, but yeah, I think this might even be an aggressive tri-lane out of PR. It looks like.
All right, well, take the fight to the wolf. I like the approach. With that being,
I guess that has to be done, really. I mean, if you want to try shutting him down, that's probably the best option they have at this point. And
Abaddon Weaver are quite good in the laning stage, so maybe PR have a little more of a strategy in mind here than what we gave them credit for. It's just you see that 67% Lycan given away, and you know, you always have to scratch your head, but we'll see if they make it work. It's our first of 6 matches for the day, guys. You are watching StarLadder Europe Day 27. The playoffs beckon. We've got Silent handling the Lycan on the side of Team Empire. Always want to fly on the Leshrac. This team is 11-1, looking fearsome. Currently the hottest team, well, maybe not the hottest, but the best ranked team in the Europe division. Score your support Rubik, Resolution, your solo mid Shadow Shaman, and the solid presence of Mag in the offlane as the Darkseer. And on the side of Team PowerRangers, we've got FNG handling your Dazzle, J4 your Abaddon, Moon your Weaver, going aggressive tri-lane, Scandal your Storm Spirit, and to the safe lane goes Cheshire Cat, playing the Timbersaw. So, well, Fudge, let's see if it works.
Yeah, it could work. I mean, it's always the best option to really just bring the action to the Lycan, because he's not the best in lane, but with Howl and everything, he makes his supports just hit like beasts, so it's going to be really just position-oriented tri-lane. And I'm more curious about how this Timbersaw versus Darkseer matchup is going to go. I mean, he did block, he did magic bush himself, so he doesn't want the Darkseer to be with farm extra, so we'll see how he ends up doing down there anyway.
Yeah, does it? Because sometimes what you'll see is the Darkseer just like skips the wave and then starts farming, or even pulling sometimes to that camp and then farming there as well. So
yeah, it's probably a smart idea just getting that ward down, because he knows he's gonna get pressured under his tower pretty hard by this Darkseer.
Yeah, at least at the early level, seems like a matchup that Darkseer should have some fun in. But we'll see if the Timber can bounce back once he gets his ultimate a bit later on. Well, our tri-lane already the early point in Howl taken up, and PowerRangers not having the best of times, but this is where they can look to get aggressive on the Lycan, especially when the Howl's on cooldown. And they'll try and mess up this double pull here for the Leshrac. Will they successfully do it? Always want to fight, still juggling the aggro nicely, but FNG will disrupt him in the end, so. Our other lane we haven't looked at yet. Solo mid Shadow Shaman versus solo mid Storm, and already Scandal putting the hurt on Resolution.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty even matchup. I don't think anyone should really die unless there's a massive misplay, so I'm more focusing about this top lane, hoping that we see some good stuff happening and maybe no overextensions by PR. I think they can win this lane though if they just keep it, you know, just passive, but they're gonna get a little bit out level just because Empire can pull.
Yeah, they made it go and always want to fly, but only a level 1 Weaver, does not have the point yet in Geminated attack, and you're bad and no heal yet, so not quite enough to get the kill, but that could change soon as all the supports are about to hit level 2. In comes the stun, missed time though with the lift, and now the turnaround comes, and this should be the death of Bank score. One more auto attack brings him down. Empire got a little aggressive and did not time the stun properly, and that was costly.
Yeah, that was well played by them. They went on the target that didn't really use his spell. Well, used his spell in a bad position, and he walked up, and yeah, they really just took advantage of that. And Scandal seems to actually be having a little bit of a rough time in mid. Resolution's kind of bullying him. Oh, and so Resolution might get a solo
Does he have a level 2 Ether Shock? He does, but he gets fucked! Did he need that last auto attack?
I think he should have hexed. I'm actually confused why he just auto attacked instead of just hexing and then walking up and shot.
Oh, you're right. He actually had the mana for both.
That was a little bit of a misplay, but maybe he was just giving some Scandal a little bit of leeway, you know, letting him just be like, you know what, I got this.
It may have been one of those things where he didn't have time to do the math in his head and thought like, oh, I don't know if I have mana for both, but
yeah, I mean, it always happens.
That was close. Resolution now might be the one who pays Scandal. No, it's only a level 1 stun. Not enough to do much.
Action-packed game, and Mag is doing his thing, cutting the wave. He's got his soul ring up. And the Timbersaw is, you know, he's actually doing really well on the CS. He hasn't really missed too many, and he's just doing the reactive armor and the Whirling Death build. He's getting 0 points from Timber Chain.
Like you point out with the Magic Bush Ward, I mean, normally Darkseer would come out somewhat on top here, can at least get a little extra farm, but Timber's happy to tank creeps under his tower. He's got Stout Shield, he's got the 2 points reactive armor, so he can do this all day, which means that's just a farm trade, and you're farming the Timber for a Darkseer. Not too shabby.
Yeah, it's pretty smart by PR. That's actually really well played.
Yeah, I didn't see that Magic Bush Ward coming, but well done.
And these guys are pretty, I don't know, PR have always surprised me in the early game especially. So I'm looking forward to see what ends up happening.
Well, so far, 3.5 minutes in, only a 1-0 kill lead, but it feels like there should be potential for more aggression here. In terms of the tri-lane, Silent is your leader in terms of levels, and sure they got the first blood here, but like you said, Empire will be able to pull. PR unable to keep it successfully blocked, and they have not leached too much experience from that pull, so even though Empire gave up the first blood, they're still in okay shape, getting levels on the Lycan, and ultimately that's probably the biggest thing.
Is under attack.
Yeah, it's good though. I mean, the other thing that PR is really doing by doing this aggressive tri-lane is I mean, I don't know if this is forcing the Leshrac to do this, but Leshrac is going Lightning. So he's not getting the Edict, they're not going to get that early tower advantage that they probably wanted to get with these heroes, and now they're actually rotating toward mid, and Dazzle finds himself a nice haste rune.
Yeah, both teams have vision of this. Empire gonna go for some de-warding of their own, and they'll clear out the Observer Ward here. No smoke yet, but next time maybe they go with a smoke now that they know that ward's down. FNG rotates back top, and well, it's been quiet early, but no, they're just gonna keep on coming mid. They're not actually backing.
Oh, and Scandal's actually gotta be careful here.
And there's no vision for Scandal, no Observer Ward in the enemy wood, so he doesn't necessarily know where these supports are. This could end poorly for him.
Yeah, let's see if they end up
6 yet.
This is going to be a hard gank.
They don't have the Edict though, so it'll be kind of a tough kill to run him down. They need the Shadow Shaman to get in range as well, and he's trying to do that. Resolution spamming the wave out. Scandal not scouting with his illusion.
They know.
Now they find him. There's your lift. What? No, there's no lift. No what?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I guess they thought it was an illusion.
Oh yeah, they must have thought it was an illusion. You're right.
It had to have been something like that. I don't know. But,
FNG gets thrown back into the wards. He gets off the grave at the last second, though. He stays alive for now. Healing himself up. Resolution in hot, heavy pursuit. But the Baton Shield's here as well. They've just brought numbers, and PR live to fight another day.
Radiant's
but they will get this tower, so that's really good for Empire. Getting that good rotation by the supports. They weren't really getting so much top, and now Silent.
Top lane. Moon on the hunt, and he's got the early point of the swarm. Should be able to run Silent down here. Sakuchi cooling down in just a second. There's no regen here on Silent. The support's not going to get back in time. Big kill picked up by Moon. They desperately needed that.
Yeah, that kill's huge. And actually, Timbersaw is winning his bottom lane, too. I mean, he's got more CS than the Starkseer at this point, so looking pretty good for PR, even though they lost this mid tower.
I still feel like Empire, every time the wards are up, can just drop them and take a tower, but... Well, maybe not take a tower, but at least do a lot of damage to one. But, yeah, I mean, if you're going to give away the Lycan, this is about as good of a start as you can have. Win, arguably, all 3 lanes, kill the Lycan. Maybe they didn't win mid, but at least hold your own mid, and then convincingly trade farm in the safe lane for a better late game hero. So, you're in pretty good shape.
Yep.
Well, maybe not better late game hero, but higher impact damage dealer.
they are putting down the Lycan decently well, but now he's just gonna rotate to the jungle and just get his farm back anyway, and give the support level. So as long as if they can just keep pressure on this top lane right now, oh, that's some harassment on the Weaver right there.
That's pretty ballsy considering there's a lane ward and PR actually know what's going on, and they'll say, "Great, Vangscore, you're dead. Always want to fly. You're going home too." Maybe not with the 2-hero split Earth though. Moon, Sakuchi's can't get away. Mag with that early point of the ultimate, TP's in, and now chasing on to FNG, traps him behind the trees. There's a grave, there is a TP available. Can he get out in time? No, he didn't actually try to use the TP. Just tries to run through the tree line, and now he's toast. I guess he thought Mag had a point vacuum, which he just skilled up, and now he'll get clubbed to death.
Oh, and he wasted TP too, and now his TP's on cooldown.
Oh, jeez.
I'm looking forward to one big thing that I didn't mention before: some ion shelled walls.
Ugh.
Some idiot test.
You know, it's like the cheesiest pub lane is Bounty Hunter Darkseer.
Oh yeah, it's just so obnoxious. You're just like, why am I? Oh my, I'm dead. Why am I dead?
And especially if your sports don't start with sentries.
Timbersaw
The game's
getting
over,
on
man.
bottom.
Okay. They'll find Cheshire Cat down to level 4. Ether Shot does so much freaking damage. It's enough to bring him down. Ooh, there's a Storm in pursuit. Is he really going to commit to this? There's a Hex, but it's cooling down for now. He doesn't have the damage. Resolution's going to turn around. Drops the Hex, drops the stun. Scandal jukes it, but will it matter? No more bottle charges. No more mana. Joe heads into the trees. Always want to fly. Says, great. You're mine now. Oh, man. 4-4. Bloody game. That's 2 cores going down for PowerRangers, though.
Yeah, quite a misplay there by Scandal too. I mean, he jumped short and then he still he committed anyway, so he really overcommitted and got himself killed there instead of just getting a kill and getting out.
That's kind of classic Scandal though, just such an aggressive solo mid player. He does not like to back down.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't. I mean, he made a little bit of a mistake and he was like, you know what? No mistakes allowed.
YOLO.
Let's make a double mistake.
Double or nothing. Double or nothing, Dota. Well, there's your Vlads for the Lycan. So, I mean, this goes to where you can win the lanes as PR, but if you don't thoroughly win them, you still have to worry about their mid-game push. Yeah, they don't have Edict. They still have a Lycan with Vlads. They have the early Shadow Shaman wards, and he's halfway to his blink. So once he gets the blink, well, then I worry for heroes like Weaver, who need their Abaddon, their Dazzle in the right position. 800 health. Pretty squishy even now.
Yeah, and even though they did put the Lycan down a bit in his lane, at the same time, Weaver wasn't really getting the most CS either. He's only at 35, and now this Lycan, while he's been jungling a bit, of course, he's at 44. So he actually is pulling out ahead of this anyway right now. Yeah,
some of those are jungle creeps, so, but still in net worth, he's ahead. End of the day.
Yeah, by a little bit.
Well, the dive comes in mid. Cheshire Cat will juke away, but they can just muscle down the wave here and start working on the tower. Well, maybe wait for the next creep wave.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, some weird build by Always Want to Fly. The 2-1-4-1 build. Not seen very often, I don't think.
He's a level 8 Leshrac.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's same level as his solo mid. So
he's level 4.
Finding stuff all over.
I guess that they got the double kill in the core's bottom. They killed the Timbersaw, and they killed the Storm. So that's where he got all his levels from. Dive onto.
Oh, and Vangscore is getting
dive on the Vangscore top. The Swarm will connect. He's got a lift here. Doesn't have the ultimate. Now Moon thinks better of it. He's gonna retreat out, but runs back into the trees. Now the wall gets dropped. FMG trying for the TP out. Vacuum still available. That'll cancel the TP. So he's dead. Meanwhile, Moon, will he get out? Yes, he will. Vangscore gets fogged. Can't lift him in time. So a free kill in the end.
Yeah, good choice to stay in the trees there by the Weaver. Could always stay in the trees.
Yes, you should. Well, now they've got wards and they've got mech and they're gonna push Empire.
Oh. This is going to be 2 towers. I don't even think they have to commit the roster wards for this first tower. They can probably just save it for the second one if they want to. But let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah,
Mag just goes down.
Well, yeah, like you said, I mean, maybe could have saved it, but hey, they can take this one now. They'll take a tier 2 later on. And
yeah, I mean, they probably also know the way PR plays. I mean, they probably know each other well. And PR is one of those teams that they do not like to lose towers. They want to defend everything at all costs.
They'll throw bodies at you. Maybe a 5 anchor too as well. Well, the tower probably going down here, although they are cleaning up the wards. A 5-hero defense. But Mag surges in, and he's looking for a vacuum. Catches out 3. Big vacuum for Mag. The follow-up's there as well. Cheshire Cat next on the list. He'll take a spill. Now Scandal retreating out. 3 heroes dead in the end. And now they do take 2 towers as well.
Yeah.
And they've got the point of Edict.
It's crumbling.
Top tower is under attack.
We've seen this movie before.
Yeah. This is just the power really of Lycan, and he's got his Vlads. What, 2 minutes ago? Now he's got another 2,000 gold.
So.
Yeah, and it's not even just the Lycan, it's also the Shadow Shaman. Like, those wards have been doing work, and he goes back, oh god, he goes back for a Midas.
He goes Midas.
That's,
oh god.
Silent likes his Midas, though. He goes Midas on, like, everything. Gyrocopter Midas rushes. I mean, more standard ones, I guess, for some players like Luna, but this guy likes gold. One of the few CIS players that prefers
sure.
gold to fighting.
Well, I mean, for Lycan as well, I mean, yeah, gold is nice with the Midas, but levels are incredibly powerful on that Lycan. I mean, all of his abilities make him scale so well, and then once you hit that 16, your shapeshift is almost always up. It's a 40-second cooldown that lasts for 18 seconds, so it's like a 50%, you know, it's always up, basically.
Yeah, it really is always up. And, well, the Midas Online, PowerRangers, they know, sure, it's not over yet, but things are looking grim. If they lose their Tier 1 bottom, then the way to Roche is fully exposed for Empire. They'll try and make a move here with the smoke. 4 heroes heading bottom, 1 remaining mid, but it's an important fighter for them in the Weaver.
Radiant's
Resolution,
bottom
Blink
tower
Dagger
is
on the
under
way,
attack.
gets delivered, and he'll just blink out. Oh, they don't get anything for their
Dire's
trouble.
middle
They haven't...
tower is
Oh, they
under
revealed the
attack.
Dazzle, too. Well...
Yeah, just not working out so much for PR right now. I mean, yeah, the Timbersaw's got good farm, but at the same time, it's not the best farm because he's died twice. So although he was farming really well in that short lane, he just hasn't really done anything to show for it. He hasn't really TP'd anywhere and gotten any kills or anything, so just... everything's just looking really good for Empire. Now they're going to go for this Roche, and there's not really a way that PR can contest this, even if they notice it.
They can try and... maybe they can try and steal the Aegis with, like, Scandal, but already Empire's dropped the wards. They know PR just used the smoke, and do PR even have another? They do have 2 at the base, but they're not going to wait for it. They'll just head towards the pit. They are fighting their way into a mech, into the Serpent wards if necessary. This is going to be a doozy. PowerRangers throwing out the Chakram. Now they find Bankscore, they connect. They kind of push him out of the pit, but already Aegis down and always want to fly in heavy pursuit. On the moon they go. There's your Blink, the Shackles as well. The shield not enough. Back on 4, and they all just melt. Bodies hitting the deck left, right, and center. Silent goes for the TP out. Resolution, no Hex, no Shackles. He'll be the lone survivor, but... little limp biscuit there.
Dire's
Quick
top
ending to
tower
this
is
game,
under
though. I
attack.
mean, the game was going pretty well for PR in the beginning, and now it's just so thoroughly in Empire's favor. There's not really anything PR can do. I mean, their Storm has almost no farm, and he's going to be going for this BKB. He has his Ogre Axe, and he can't kill anybody. He can't solo anyone. He's not going to do anything really in this game.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the mana to do much in the fight. So now J4 gets caught out next. He has his ultimate. Are they going to die for this? I don't think they should. Resolution narrowly dodging the Chakram, still taking some additional nuke damage from the Timbersaw, but this should be the death of the Tier 2. Maybe it gets denied here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ah, you're right. He did steal the shield.
Yeah, I mean, and FNG used his Poison Touch on a Wolf there instead of targeting the Dazzle, or the Rasta with it too, so a little bit of a misclick there, but the shield would have removed everything anyway, so Resolution was not really in trouble.
PowerRangers, not really a safe map for them anymore. With Blink Shadow Shaman on the loose, and maybe I'll Blink fairly soon on Bankscore as well. This is... they can't really go off on their own. But like you said, I don't think they're ready to really force fights. No Bloodstone, no BKB, even if he has it, how does it matter? It's just not good. And while they're busy grouping, Silent could just split push. He's up to 3k gold. Oh my goodness. Level 11 at 14 minutes. And they aggressive Charling. You do that to shut the Lycan down, but he sure doesn't feel very shut down now. 5-1 and just having a ball.
Yeah, that hero, I mean, yeah, you shut him down the lane, but he got his levels, he hit his level 5, and although he got dove and got Moon got a great kill, a solo kill on that Lycan, he got the levels he needed. He can just go jumbo at that point with his wolves and just give the solo XP to his supports. And Rubik was just sitting up there. He wasn't even getting much experience while Always Wanna Fly was just running around the map finding kills all over the place.
Yeah, some of them were gifted to him, to be fair, but the kills were finding him sometimes, but he got the kills.
Well, when they built top, he got a really nice double stun there, and he got some good stuff, some good plays by him there. So
top tower is
yeah, and Necro 2 now out for the Lycan. So Empire pretty much have reached critical mass already.
Yeah, and they're gonna go for Rax here. Resolution saving the wards.
Yeah, it all leads forced to the 5-man teleport back, and well, Empire.
They can't even defend that though. That Rax is gonna go down. The Timbersaw's got to be there to set up his Chakram and everything, but that doesn't even really do anything.
They have quadruple buyback. They can defend this. Yeah, that's true, I guess. For now, and then round 2 comes, but we'll see. They do drop the wards. And that's creepway, but suddenly Resolution leads forward, finds Moon. The back was there as well, but Moon is kept alive. They've had a nice job with the Aphotic Shield, it looks like, and now Silent on the chase. Try to run down Cheshire Cat and J4. They lose their Storm. The Dazzle buys back immediately. Big buyback from FNG, but doesn't have the damage to follow it up. Now Rubik stealing additional spells through the fight. He's got the Mist Coil, one at that Aphotic Shield, but the wards are still alive. The Wolf is still here. The Necro 3 is not even on the hero. It's sitting in the fountain. They don't even need the Necro 3 to break the base. Oh, Just what a strong pushy lineup from Empire. They'll find the Dazzle as well. He just died back. And now onto Cheshire Cat. Lift it up, drop down, toss back in, and put to bed.
GG.
Power Rangers, no shot. Not Mighty or not Morphin today.
And that basically that secures Empire for sure. So, yeah, guaranteed a slot in the finals. Feel like saying.
Well deserved. Empire has just played some amazing Dota over the past few months, so couldn't think of a better team right now. I mean, they did have that 0-2 loss to EG. Maybe EG's the better team, but yeah, Empire looking good.